Hey everyone, it's Richard Metal Fan here. Bringing you guys a unexpected video, just an old school album review. I wasn't even planning on making any videos at all today, but I just saw this was on today. I was looking through Facebook, and this album had apparently came out 20 years ago today. And it's like I guess a lot of people would say it's a guilty pleasure, and it's something that's not even like heavy or metal, but it's still a rock album, and I actually like it's actually like this some of these guys' stuff. And as you can see below the title today, I'm gonna be reviewing Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers. This was the band's I forget sixth album, might have been seventh, I don't know. Released on June 8th, 1999, through Warner Brothers Records. Now, Red Hot Chili Peppers doesn't need an introduction. They're like one of the biggest rock bands of all time. These guys were around since 1983. Um, and it was around that time they had like a couple of different member changes, but it wasn't until like the late 80s or so when the things started getting up, and then in 1991 they pretty much got their big success with one of their albums being Blood Sugar Sex Magic. But it was around after that when one of their guitar players, their one guitarist, John Frusciante, left the band, and he got replaced by Dave Navarro, who you probably know is playing guitar for Jane's Addiction, and for their next album being One Hot Minute, which didn't sell much compared to Blood Sugar Sex Magic. But around that time, he let Dave Navarro left, and then John Frusciante came back in the band. But then it wasn't until, and then they put out Californication, which that's pretty much like broke them big, got them even more bigger, like success than before. And one thing to note about is the album's production. The production is really great, produced by legendary producer Rick Rubin. Um, the vocal work on this album is pretty good. Anthony Kiedis' vocals can range from like some really great melodies to almost kind of like rap vocals, which are pretty great. Guitar wise, John Frusciante's could do no wrong, has a really great guitar tone, and just like the sound on this album is really superb. Bass playing, what can I say? The Flea is a man at bass. His bass lines is pretty stands out, and just like his slapping it does is just insanely great. One of the best bassists I've ever heard. And the drumming from the Will Ferrell clone, Chad Smith. I'm sorry, I just had to throw that in there. Chad Smith is one of the best drummers I've seen. Like the dude can play really well. So yeah, without further ado, let's dive into this album track by track. Now, opening up the album is Around the World, which is probably the best way Red Hot Chili Peppers have ever started an album. The guitars and drums know where to kick it in, and the bass is still good as ever. And then Anthony Kiedis comes in, the song unwraps in the verses and all the magnificent places that has been earth. And the chorus comes in next, which is soft, and Anthony sings, sort of like, I know for sure. The life is beautiful around the world, which the pattern gets repeated again a couple more times, but the verses talk about different places and the third time the chorus is sung. And the second line is like repeats just like some like weird stuff, but in Anthony's languages, both punctuation and enriched phrases are pronounced like ding dang, ding dong, ding dang, ding dong, dang. Other than that, the bridge is a perfect way to end the song, and this is a track on Californication that I would recommend. Parallel Universe, which is after a great funky songs comes a relaxing soft song. Like Anthony's lyrics are strange to fit in like the parallel universe in the song, but him calling himself the California King in the chorus is where the worlds really shine. The drums and guitars know how to kick ass though, and that's what I like so much about here. Then we go into Scar Tissue, which, in my opinion, I feel like is definitely the best song on Californication. An acoustic guitar plays, and Anthony Kiedis wraps up the fact that he has some good times with the Southern Girl in a scarlet bra with the birds share a lonely view. And this song was a great pick for a single, combining both like the rap elements and the soft elements of Californication nicely. Like the instrumentation is outstanding throughout, and the best part through is whenever John Frusciante gets to his electric guitar and Chad Smith's drums keep the beat for him. If you haven't heard this song, where have you been all this time? Other Side, which John Frusciante's guitar plays some darker notes than before, and Anthony sings the words on the album. That kind of sounds like a little poetry Dre Gothic Kid would have right before committing suicide. Like, how long will I slide? I separate my side. I don't believe it's sad. Slit my throat, it's all I ever had. Just like, no matter how depressing the song is, though, I still find it kind of catchy and enjoyable. Chad hits the drums like crazy, and John's guitar is amazing during and after the bridge. A classic on this album. Get on Top, which is a track that sounds like something off of Blood Sugar Sex Magic, but is more radio friendly, even though it contains sort of like controversy in the lyrical content. Like, I will linger on your block and give you the finger to a cop to pick a lock before I knock. I set you up to get you on top. And the bass and guitar produced sort of like the most funky sound within Californication, and this is one of the best albums that cuts you would come across. And then here comes the title track of the album, Californication, which coined up the new term for the English language. I define Californication as the feeling you get when the world around you gets consumed by every famous celebrity in California. And what Anthony Kiedis sings within this epic shows my definition of the world quite dearly. The instrumentation is soft and relaxing throughout, and just like Scar Tissue and Other Side, John Frusciante continues to pull off some good guitar work, and it's another track worth checking out. Easily, which this is easily the turning point of the album. Let's see what I did there. And not as great as like the 6 previous tracks, but this is pretty decent stuff. The guitar is smooth, and I like the sound of Anthony's voice throughout the song. The lyrics are kind of hard to decipher, but we know nobody is perfect here. And Easily is not good, but at the same time, not bad. Porcelain, which is, honestly, I feel like this is probably the worst out of Californication soft songs. All the instrumentations don't kick in as much as they used to, and the words become more stale than before, comparing a woman to porcelain and a little loon. However, it's a good song after listening to it a few times. It doesn't seem to bring the album down in any way, shape, or form. Emit Remus, which, if you ask why the song title is strange, I will say you probably don't know how to read it backwards. Yes, the meaning of the song is about enjoying the summer, and Anthony Kiedis sings about an affair he had one summer quite nicely. What can we write than what can we write better than an English girl, American man? The guitar is nothing special, but the drums really show their stuff for here. Another alright album cut. I Like Dirt, which is another funky song, but not just as funky as Get On Top. But just like Get On Top, the bass and guitar know how to stand out in the song, and the song sounds like something off of Blood Sugar Sex Magic. The lyrical content is so bizarre, kind of like something like fucking System of a Downward Right. But these words do a good job at describing the sexual encounter while on drugs. Then we go into this Velvet Glove, which is Californication's most forgettable song, but it's still very enjoyable when you listen to it. The music and lyrics have not become very unique, but I don't skip any minute of this ballad. There are no good changes anywhere in the rhythm, yet I wonder how a band like Red Hot Chili Peppers can write a good, almost forgettable song. The whole thing is actually decent for low point, just like Porcelain. The Savior, which John Frusciante makes an echo with his guitar at the beginning that really draws you into the song, and Anthony Kiedis' voice seems to make the song kind of like drag throughout, but then there's a big change in like the middle, near the end of the song, which the music gets a bit quieter and Anthony sings quicker, and the song has so much similarities to this Velvet Glove, but this is a more worthy track. Purple Stain, which the guitar, bass, and drum strike into the song almost at the same time and maintain the funkiness that you would find on Getting Top and I Like Dirt. Yet the flow of the music seems slower than before. As for the lyrical content, like Anthony says some strange descriptions on making a sexual fantasy with a girl on her period that comes true. Just, I don't know. That's pretty much Red Hot Chili Peppers in a nutshell. And every part of the music sounds like something Primus would do. And just like Primus, sometimes the words get a little bit strange. Right on Time. Every track on Californication has something good about it, but I had to pick the least favorite song on it. It would be this song. This song is close to being just pure filler with Anthony Kiedis raps and spews out some of the worst rhymes in the lyric book. But I don't know. It just, I mean, it has like some, I will say this though, it has a very jumpy bass line. I mean, and I do give credit to Fleas for saving the song on here. But then the album closes with Road Trip, and now we get to the last song, done on acoustic guitar with a little bass every now and then. The lyrics are kind of confusing, but John knows how to get the acoustic guitar flowing with Flea's bass doing pretty well. It's a very beautiful way to close the album. It's a pretty decent stuff for Red Hot Chili Peppers has done. Now, overall, Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers is a really great album. I honestly never talked about them on this channel, so I figured it's about time I just shed some light, and I actually do enjoy some of these guys' stuff. So if I were to give this album a score, I'm probably going to give this a 9 out of 10. So yeah, but honestly, they think it's probably their best, although there was like a couple songs that are kind of crap, but whatever. So yeah, I know it's weird, me reviewing a Red Hot Chili Peppers album while wearing a Dark Throne shirt. Shows I have diversity, so nothing wrong with that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you all in the next video, and as always, keep it metal.